Thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
Yeah, today's the day.
Today's the day.
Yeah. You've met a lot of people across Wisconsin over the past year, and what have they been telling you, and what do they want you to speak up on behalf of them?
They're telling me that they're scared, they're tired, and they want government to work as hard as they do to make things better. So we talk about the things that they care about, making sure we're funding our public schools, that we're getting our local governments the funding they need for essential programs and services like EMS and fixing the roads and potholes and funding our public libraries. People are worried as healthcare is getting more expensive, as childcare is getting more expensive, and it doesn't ever seem like to be enough. People deserve better than to just be getting by, and that's not good enough.
Yeah.
And people in Wisconsin deserve better.
Yeah. The policies that you've mentioned, like universal child care and funding public school and Medicare for all, those were implemented by sort of conservative administration in Korea. So, I don't know.
Well, these, a lot of what we're finding and what we've known is many people want so many of the same things.
Yeah.
They want to be able to take care of themselves, their loved ones, and their families.
Yes.
And to be able to have more control and economic security. If there is more affordable childcare and we're funding our schools and we actually have fair taxes, so more money goes into fixing the things that we all use, like the roads and our libraries. Lives will slowly improve. Lives will improve for everyone.
Yeah.
And so it's very frustrating when even conservative countries can have these things, and yet we haven't been able to figure out how to have them here.
Yeah.
And it takes fighting back and holding that, a lot of that corporate welfare and a lot of the corporate exemptions, and a government that's serving billionaires first, holding them accountable.
If you win the nomination and win the election in November, I believe that would have to be significant impact on the strategy to approach to swing states, and especially in 2028 presidential election. So what do you make of that?
Wisconsin has deep progressive roots. And let's remember that Senator Sanders won 71 out of 72 counties here in 2016. Working class people across this state, regardless of zip code, we come to agree on the things that we know will help make lives better and easier. But the strategy is to make sure that you have someone who deeply cares and relates to these issues right now. I've stressed that I'm a renter and I'm a single mom because that helps me see and understand the struggles of what is going on with folks even better. I hope the strategy really is about investing in listening and being accessible to more voters, and that's why we have such a strong ground game that we've invested in organizing. And so much of this is about how you treat the voters.
Obviously, you will need to win over some voters who previously voted for Trump in general election. So what is your strategy for doing that?
It's a good thing we're already doing it.
Yeah.
The issues that we've seen so much bipartisan support and bipartisan opposition for. People know, especially in the smallest towns where our schools are some of their largest employers, what happens when the heart of your communities, that is your public schools, is defunded. People are being pit against one another. So when we talk about fully funding public schools, about a moratorium on data centers, on taxing the ultra wealthy and the mega corporations, even to those who voted for Trump, these are issues that we are having conversations about because they care about it. And I'm here with a firm stance and a plan. And that's what is helping people. That's what's bringing folks into our movement, is that they see themselves in our vision.
Yeah, some people say you need to move toward the center a little bit if you win the nomination.
Well, the center keeps moving right. And this is so it's less about left and right now and more about looking out for our dishwashers, our moms, our nurses, our farmers, everyday folks who are getting screwed and squeezed out from a very unfair, rigged economic system. This is about making sure that our state is not controlled by billionaires and mega corporations and politicians like Tiffany who answer to billionaires and corporations and not to the people.
As the daughter of the Korean immigrants, how has the growing up in an immigrant household has shaped your political views and priorities, policies?
It's what's shaped my values of understanding sacrifice, in putting community first, in respecting our elders and taking care of all of our babies. It has made me the compassionate, understanding, and determined leader that I am today.
If you win the election, you would become a first female governor in Wisconsin and first Korean American governor in U.S. history. What would that mean for you personally or to the Korean American community?
It would be the biggest honor of my life and a great responsibility, because being the first means that you must grow a broader movement for representation, that being the first means nothing if you're the last, and that we will continue to build, we'll continue to show folks that being a daughter of immigrants, being Korean American, it's powerful.
The last question. I heard you have a 무궁화 tattoo?
Yes,
Can I see
3
that?
of them.
Wow. Can you explain why you did that?
So 무궁화 is the Korean national flower.
Yeah.
And I have in this top one a state of Wisconsin inside.
This is the map.
This is the outline, the state line of Wisconsin. Being Korean, I haven't always been proud to be Korean. It's hard when you're growing up in America. You want to make sure people see you as American first. But I've come to really love and honor and be proud of my Korean American identity and heritage. So that's
When
what.
did you do that?
This year.
This year? Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
응원해줍니다.
네.
네.
안녕. 오늘 저녁에도 다시
네,
오실까요?
예. 이따 뵙겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다.